Well, welcome to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Yeah, another full week of soccer here, friends. Lots and lots to talk about. How'd your team do? My team fared fairly well. I'm very happy, actually. So, yeah, we're talking about it. We're talking about that Manchester United-Arsenal game at Old Trafford today. That's going to be a main one. I was thoroughly entertained. Not a dog in a race, but thoroughly entertained. Great game there. We're talking Champions League results in this past week as well. Those games, second leg coming up this week. We're going to talk about that. Bundesliga. Ooh, some history made there in the Bundesliga. We're talking USL Championship that kicked off this week. Did you watch any of those games? We watched one or two of them. Oh, and MLS is kicking into gear. Messi's resting it up. US men's national team news coming up as well. Oh, and by the way, a manager was handed a 9-month ban. We're going to talk about that. And who has the most punchable face in soccer? We'd love to know your thoughts on that. All right, we're going to jump into that and a whole lot more coming right up.
What?
And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
Those things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Well, yes. Hi, friends. Welcome in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us. Do us a favor. Give us a like. Give us a subscription. Give us a share on this video. We would very much appreciate it. All right. How much soccer did you watch this weekend? I got several games in myself. Attended several games as well. We're talking about majority of them because there were some big games watched by millions and millions of people this weekend. But it's not just me here talking to you about those games. I got some good friends alongside me. Nate, how are you? It's been a busy weekend for you traveling down to Cincinnati for the kids' tournament.
Did you say you attended games? What games did you attend?
Oh, kids' games. Kids' games.
Oh, yeah.
Just kids' games. There were no games here.
That rec tournament that you...
No, Michigan Jags. My kids play for the Jags, so I attended a bunch of their games.
Your kids play for the Jags?
Yeah, just a little. Yeah.
Cool.
But you were in Cincy, right?
Yeah.
And you attended a game.
Before we get to that, got a bit of bad news today.
Uh-oh.
Bit of a loss in my life that I kind of want to take a moment to talk about. And it's tough because, the world moves so quickly and things change so much. And, at one moment you think there's someone there in your life, and then before you know it, they're gone before you can even say bye.
Nate, you got me a bit concerned here, buddy.
Yeah, it's so, Danny Price, wherever you're at.
Yeah, we miss you.
Miss you. Jenna stole you from me.
Where the hell is he?
And things have never been the same.
We haven't seen him.
He's been in Cincinnati the whole weekend, and I was there the whole weekend. Not one phone call. And I believe I said multiple times in that chat. Multiple times. Did I not say multiple times?
You even sent
multiple times.
You even sent a picture.
Not one call. He was even at the game I was at.
He was planning on it.
He doesn't love me anymore.
Danny Price, you've got a lot to answer for, my friends.
He is the loss in my life.
Yeah.
Jenna stole him from me.
Well, we'll see if we can get him
Never
back.
been the same.
Yeah.
Busy weekend.
Busy weekend.
Are
you now an Argentinian? What is with this? This stuff?
Is like, this is mate.
Yeah, this is what all the South Americans.
Yeah, it's a
partake
great
in.
Matcha.
I have no idea.
This guy. He's gonna come on in right there.
Yeah. That's how he's gonna enter.
This is what you're gonna correct me with. All the other crap I mispronounce. This is the one. This is the hill you're dying on.
Yep.
All right, sweet, cool. Anywho, call what I want. Green leafy Argentina tea.
Oh, all right. Yeah, is that what it is? I never had it before. I see them all.
Using it for recovery there?
I see them all drinking.
I'm using it because the caffeine levels are high, but it doesn't give you the jitteries, so you can actually go to bed later. So this is actually pulling me through the show right now.
All right.
Considering I had like a 5-hour drive or to get in here and had a game at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I left the hotel lobby at 2 a.m. real time.
Oof.
My game was at 8 a.m. new fake time.
Yep. The whole spring forward. Oh God, that messes me up.
New fake, not real time.
Yeah.
It was a good tournament.
Howard Ford. How'd you guys do?
We did all right.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
There you go.
Mission accomplished being the kids had a great time. Because their coach is kind of a weirdo. He got them tickets to the game.
Saw that.
Sideline passes, so they're down like actually on the turf, like level.
Yeah.
And watching the players, so that was kind of cool.
That's awesome, man.
And what's great about that is, it's like they were jazzed for the game, like absolutely jazzed. Fireworks in the beginning and all that stuff, and the crowd and the atmosphere there is great. So they were absolutely loving it, the whole thing. And then when that PK got called from there, just going, they're like, ah, they jumping off the seats. So it was cool. It's cool to see them, watch them, kind of like enjoy the game, And then, the results weren't bad either. 2 wins and a draw, and 2 wins and a loss. And the loss that we had against was a team who won it all. So,
definitely mission accomplished on your tournament down in Cincinnati.
Yeah, the only team that beat us beat everyone else, including the team that went undefeated on the other side of the bracket. So,
okay, all right.
And we didn't play bad. We just played a better team, as you would have said.
Very nice. Brooks, how was your weekend, buddy?
Good. Lots of soccer watching. MLS Next Pro, USL, MLS, USL Championship, and League One. Yep. So
alphabet soup.
Pretty much, yeah. All the letters.
All the letters.
All the letters. Yeah.
That's not a shot at you. That's a shot at everything else that's in this world.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. And every other whatever acronym or whatever you want to call it.
Which tier of the alphabet are you in this week?
Yeah. So no, it was good. Just watching MLS Next Pro. Some guys I know that are playing on some of the teams, and watching some of the young academy guys playing. And shout out to Colton Swan, the Michigan native who plays for Colorado Rapids Academy and played for Rapids 2. Scored 2 goals against Austin FC 2. Colton's going to Indiana next year, so
very nice.
The Hoosiers in the fall, so congrats to Colton.
And where did he play when he was here?
Played for Michigan Jags.
You nailed it, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nate, you seem to have disappeared from the middle camera there.
I don't want to be here anymore. I left. I went back to Cincinnati.
I'm going to have to find you. And
nope.
Yeah. Are we going to the bar?
My job's done. I'm on my way. As you can see from my remote camera. I say you leave it. I don't know. This is perfect. This is good.
It's perfect.
I love it.
We seem to be having a little bit of a technical difficulty with Nate's camera, but we'll jump in.
Speaking of technical difficulties,
yes.
Segue it.
Yeah, go
How about Arsenal's attack?
Oh, my God. Nate. Dude, what is with all the safe passing? Pass safe, pass safe, pass safe. How about a decisive pass through? How about try to go to goal?
How about this?
Let's
take the names out of it, because I get it. People are like, oh, Manchester United. Stop. You have the second best team in the league, who was title chasing, now completely out.
Agreed.
Against the 14th best struggling team. You can't be 14th best. It's weird. 14th ranked struggle bussing team.
Yeah.
In the league. I mean, let's call it what it is, right? Like that went loss, draw, win, draw. Right before he had 1 win in the last 5 matches. Who has no forward, has less of an attack. Who has a worse forward, Arsenal or United?
Arsenal.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
At least United have an out-and-out forward.
Do we?
Zerke and Højlund.
Yeah, usually forwards score goals there, Craig.
That's true.
Bruno Fernandes scores all the goals.
Yeah. He's been. If it wasn't for him, oh my God, where would United be in the last 2 years?
If it wasn't for him in set pieces, we would have nothing. So
this is true. This is 100% true.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to sit here and bag on Arsenal, but what the hell was that? You know what I mean?
Raya did well.
David Raya played absolutely phenomenal, but in
their jerseys were cool.
In midfield and in the forwards, it's literally a safe pass. Go forward, no, safe pass, hold possession, safe pass, sideways, little forward back, sideways. How about we go forward? How about we actually try to make some runs through and push the ball forward? It was bad. It was bad.
Arsenal was too amazing saves, and 2 emergency tackles away from losing that game.
100%. 100%.
And, okay, someone's going to go, well, United's not that. I don't care. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
You have the number 2. You are supposed to be challenging for a title, and you guys can't beat a 14th ranked team.
Struggling team at the moment. Struggling to put stuff together. Yeah.
That has won 1 game in 5 matches.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Take the names out of it. Let's just call it by the facts. Hats off to Ruben. Actually showed up with a plan that was a little bit different. Looks like he, just sat 5 guys back almost.
I was gonna say that in what I looked at was almost a flat 5, and just said if we can let a Garnacho get up and run, if we can let a Zerke get up and run, and then Fernandez trail, we'll see what we can do. Or if we can get up there, get a free kick, who knows what'll happen?
We'll hit you on the counter.
That free kick Fernandez hit.
Buried it.
Oh, my word. Now, they showed David Raya's positioning, and he was almost hugging the right post. I don't know what he was doing so far over. They also spotted that the wall wasn't 10 yards. It was actually 11.5.
They measured it. They did a digital measurement.
They did a digital measurement, and then they watched him walk it off, and they're like, he counted 10, but he took large steps. Oh. So the ball does go over someone's head in the wall, but if you're a little closer, it doesn't get up.
What are they doing?
You know what? I don't care. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal free kick by Bruno.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Arsenal? If you're not cheating, you ain't trying. Come on.
I mean,
we always move up inches. Come on.
No, they
on the wall.
They must have been so dumb. They moved back.
Yeah.
They moved back. But now with the spray, right? You can't move up. I don't know. Nate, did you ever teach your players that back in the day when you formed a wall?
What do you mean teach my players that? I'll grab the asses of my teammates and yank them forward.
Yeah, and you all just kind of scoot forward, right?
Yeah, you just little by little, yeah.
I mean, we all did. By the time the referee's turned around and he looks back, you're 9 yards away, if not 8.5.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Villa got caught, by the way. Leon Bailey was taking a free kick for Aston Villa yesterday.
Yeah, that's when he drilled it right in the wall.
Yes, did you see what happened before that? When he set the ball up, he had
Did he move it forward?
He moved it back.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's fine though, because you want to give you more room to get over the wall.
Well, that's why he did it, right?
Yes,
yeah. So he moved the ball back, and then he turned around and he scooted the ball back even further.
Yes.
And the referee came back and goes, no.
Back here.
No, back here where I can still see a little bit of the spray.
And then it went into the wall.
Yeah, and then it went straight into the wall because
God
knows why Bailey's taking free kicks. Anyway, we
he hit him
really
for Jamaica
there.
Once.
He did.
Once.
He was good at that.
Once. All right, so that free kick from Bruno Fernandes today in the Arsenal Man United game was absolutely phenomenal. I thought Declan Rice's goal to rescue a point there was phenomenal as well. But player of the match, bar none, had to be David Raya. Those saves he made today were absolute. He made one from Zerke. He made another one later in the half. And then at the end of the game, those two to not only save the ball, get up, and then clear it off the line with his hands. I'm not a David Raya fan, as you guys know, but hands down, best player on the field today. Deserved it. Wow. What a performance from him.
I'm surprised Kieran Tierney played since he's on his way to Celtic at some point. Yeah.
Hey,
I was shocked with that one.
When you're in need of certain players and plug and play what you can. Arsenal definitely gave away the league today. That's officially.
Well, they're not catching Liverpool.
No one's catching them. But if you had any chance of catching them,
well, you have to win out.
All 3 points. You had to win out.
I'm sorry, I don't know how Arteta keeps the job.
That's what I just said. That's why I texted Craig earlier.
So Brooks brought that same thing up. All right, should Mikel Arteta have the job for next year? Should he be in the job for next year? What's keeping him there? Yes, they make Champions League. They finish second or third every year for the past several years. But the big one they want, and he's even admitted, the big one is the Premiership. He's not coming close to winning the Premiership.
He's not coming close to winning everything. So he's not in any title race right now.
Agreed.
Right? Well, maybe, okay.
They're in Champions League. They're up 7-1 against PSV, right? Second leg coming this week.
Listen, I will eat my words. I will apologize. I'll call him up personally and apologize to him in Spanish if they win the Champions League. But if they don't, that's year what? How many in a row without achieving a single trophy?
Yeah.
What big club allows that to happen?
No.
Well, no one.
None.
And
None.
so, I mean, you haven't won anything. Does he get a chance with this Andrea Berta guy coming in? That's done well.
That's the new sporting director, correct?
Yes.
Edu's out, and the new Berta guy's in.
Do you give the Spanish fellows a chance to fix it?
Why?
You know,
But
I don't know.
Hold on. It's not like the squad is bad.
No, but they failed to sign the key position they've needed for a very long time.
100%.
Says who?
Well, we always say they don't have a
We
forward.
say it. We say they don't have a forward.
But everyone knows they don't have a forward.
Does Arteta believe he doesn't have a forward?
I
think
he's
the
been
problem
crying out
is.
for forward. I think he's been crying out for a forward.
I don't think he has.
Really?
You think he's happy with what he's got, but that is obviously, in everybody else's
And that's
eyes,
the problem. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think you have a great squad. You're one player off. You were one player off last year. You're one player off in the transfer window in the summer. You're one player off in January. You're one player off 2 years ago. So how many years in a row are you going to be one player off from actually putting it together?
How many years?
I think
because it's been several. Why haven't they signed an effing striker? And every Arsenal fan out there says the same thing. Sign a striker, sign a striker, sign a striker. There's been several available. There's been a lot available. High-profile strikers.
I think their player profile is way too similar across the board. They're very technical. There's not like a fast big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like on the offensive side, they're all very too similar profile. They need to get out of that similar profile they have.
Well,
in my opinion.
While I sort of agree with that, I think they do have a couple of difference makers. I think they're solid in the back. Their midfield is creative and good. They're fast down the flanks. They just don't have that top striker. But you're right. Maybe it's all too similar. Why didn't they go get anybody?
I mean, they're pretty small on the wings, if you think about it.
So
they're not very big.
Agreed. They come away with no trophies this season. If they come away with no trophies this season.
I think you have to ask me the question.
Is Arteta, is he gone or is he on the hot seat for the next year?
I think
has to be.
I think you get him the beginning of next year, and if it's still crappy and it's not to the expectations, he's gone before January.
What happens if you go get him a striker?
So hold on. Here again, my issue. You spent $47 million on a center back. You spent $34 million on a midfielder, and then you got on loan Raheem Sterling that hasn't touched the field.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have him.
Oh yeah.
So
wow, and he doesn't play much.
So
terrible loan move.
So
why?
Who's making those decisions?
Yeah.
Why didn't you spend $77 million instead of a midfielder, which you really don't need?
Yep.
Because he ain't starting most of the time.
Yep.
You know, I'm not saying he's bad.
Who did they get?
What is this guy's name? I forgot his name. Well, they got Calafiori,
the defender, the left.
Yeah, and
the
he's
left
not
defender.
bad.
I think he is a solid player.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's a really good player.
Did you need him?
Well,
what did you need more?
Attackers.
Who's the Japanese player that played out there? Then you had Zinchenko, who's filling in out there. You couldn't have Zinchenko. He was the weak link.
The Japanese guy's injured, right? Wasn't he out for that?
Yeah, he's injured.
Yeah.
Mikel Marino is the Real Sociedad midfielder they picked.
Yeah, who's been playing as the forward up top.
They're too Spanish. They need to change. They're too Spanish.
Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Listen, I'm willing to give him till December. And at that point, maybe a change has to be made because if you're out of the title race by December of this, 2025, 2026 season, what's the point, man?
Just tell me, and don't give me the Arsenal fans, Kai Havertz type. We'll hear nothing of it.
Yeah.
Because he was always an attacking midfielder when he played over for Leipzig, I believe it was, before he transferred over. He was never a forward in the Bundesliga. They transferred him over here, and then they converted him into like a false nine.
Yeah.
Right?
It's that whole false nine, right? They're not the 9, not a 10. You're a 9.5, which is a false 9.
Oh, he's a tweener.
Yeah. Yeah.
And tweeners don't work very well.
It's not him. That's not what they need.
No.
It's clear as day to the rest of the world. Why is it not clear as day to Mikel Arteta? And because of that, I think it's going to cost him his job in the next 12 months.
I think he's because he thinks he can Pep Guardiola himself out of it. That's why. He's like, I learned under the Masters, so I can figure out how to do this because he's done it before.
I don't know why you think that because Pep has always had quality forwards in every one of the teams he coaches.
But they've never, like Erling Haaland's been the different forward he has.
Sergio Aguero before him.
But they've always been small, good off the ball forwards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
these guys that we just Sergio Aguero, pure attacking forward.
Correct, but he's small off the ball runner, and unfortunately, the off the ball runners he's had at Arsenal have not worked.
No. Hasn't
They've
worked.
been too old, or they just have been injured. You know,
Hasn't worked at all. Interesting. I'd love to know what Arsenal fans think. Does he get the rest? Does he get another year? Is it next year without a trophy and then he's gone, or is it half a season? Because with the team that's assembled, they should be competing for the title, the Premiership title.
And honestly, sorry again, not trying to bag on Arsenal fans, but if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be pissed, and I would be not wait another year to lose to Newcastle in the EFL, to maybe go last date in the Champions League, bomb out of the FA Cup against United in PKs, by the way, second time they drew United, and struggle like hell when it comes down to the line and you need to actually do something, not be able to do something.
Right. Yeah. Listen, I'm on board. I think it's the end of this year. Sorry about your luck. You're out.
Yep.
It's time. But who are you going to go get, right? You got to go get a big name. It can't just be a no-name wonder kid who you think can do it. You've got to bring someone in. When you've assembled a squad like that and there's hundreds of millions of pounds on the line for you to at least get top 4 again, but be able to take the group of players that they have, there has to be a big name. It has to be a big person who's done this before. You need a serial winner.
I got one for you.
I think I know where you're going. You go ahead, Nate.
Is he German?
No. This is outside the box thinking.
Okay.
You guys got to think outside the box. You got to get with me here.
Well, there's good German players
Get on my level. I don't give a crap.
that transition well.
I'm not transitioning anything.
Is it someone who's...
I thought it was
Is
Boniface.
it
I got
someone...
him ready to go right now. Proven winner.
Someone who's been at the wheel?
Someone who's been at the wheel, not Ole.
I thought you were going Ole.
Not even close. Not even close, my friend.
Ooh.
This man will blow. This man is, some people
Dutch?
call him a tactical genius.
Manager or striker?
And he's a baldy.
Erik
Bring
Ten
in
Hag.
Greg Berhalter.
Oh, my
yes!
God.
Yes!
He's not leaving.
Bring in Greg Berhalter. Let's go.
I don't think he would leave the Chicago Fire
Yeah,
for
He'd get fired in
Arsenal.
2 weeks.
He's too.
Because he'd be like Bob Bradley and say soccer, and then he'd be fired.
I thought you were going to go with Erik Ten Hag.
No,
Yeah.
he's never gonna get a job.
No, well, he doesn't want one because he's still getting paid. The instant he gets a job, he stops getting that Man
No.
United money.
No, he apparently wanted the Dortmund job, and Dortmund was like,
Nah.
Thanks, but send your resume to the secretary if you.
we're gonna go with this other loser, Nico Kovac, who can't win the game anyways.
That's awesome. All right, some other games that happened this weekend. We're catching up on Liverpool. Liverpool almost pulled a PSG. If you know what I'm talking about, you watched Champions League and EPL this week. All right, Liverpool went down 1-0 to Southampton. They ended up coming back. They didn't pull a PSG. Southampton almost pulled the Liverpool, but Southampton won, Liverpool 3. Liverpool came back and won comfortably in that game. But for the first half and a couple of minutes into the second half, it was a struggle. Oh my gosh, we were all thinking, this is it. This is it. They're going to trip up. And then, who knows what happens from there? Not to be. Liverpool 3, Southampton 1. All right, someone who did trip up yesterday. I'm calling it a trip up, but I don't really know if it is. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester City 0. Trip up for Manchester City, or Nottingham Forest were ahead of them. They were in 3rd, City were in 4th. Trip
I mean,
up, or
everyone like you were like, they're not going to sustain this. They're not going to sustain it.
I'm eating my words. They're staying up there. They're beating the big boys.
The trees are strong, Craig. The trees are strong.
Their
roots run deep.
I couldn't believe it when I saw what was going on there.
Yeah.
I said it before, and some guy online said it. I didn't know anything about the game and needed to play more FIFA. By the way, sir,
Us Americans.
just so you hold on, Brooks, I'm getting serious.
Sorry.
Just so you know who you are out there. Just so you realize, I play so much damn FIFA, they send me the demo copy prior to the actual thing coming out. I play hours and hours. I really have no life, do I?
No, you do not.
Yeah, is it helping my case right now, or
I'm not really sure, actually.
this is a self-burn, isn't it?
You could be like that French manager and play Football Manager, and then get a manager job for a
I
European
call
club.
it Coaching Simulator 5000, Brooks.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
How many people in this room has taken Stuttgart to win all 3 trophies, baby? All of them. Champions League, Pokal, and the Bundesliga title. Not once. Not twice.
3 times in a row.
3 times.
Treble, huh?
3 times. 3 times.
Well done. Well done. No, I don't play video games, so I
On
don't have time.
World Cup mode.
That's the
By the way,
hardest mode.
that good?
I'm
the
actually,
hardest mode.
I'm actually playing so good now. It's not the hardest. That I'm in legendary mode.
Oh, legendary.
One off.
I was about to
One
say,
off.
what's harder than World Cup? It's legendary?
I have no life, sir.
Yes, you thank you for
You can.
confirming.
Who have you bought for your team, by the way?
Don't worry about
no,
that.
we're not diving into who's bought.
You
No.
can say I don't know nothing about the game, and you're probably 100% right. A couple coaching licenses would probably say differently, but you're 100% right.
Yeah.
But don't you ever challenge my FIFA credibility.
I love the comments we get online from our
Ever!
You know.
They're awesome. All right.
Anyway,
All right.
so where
So
we at? I just blacked out for a second.
Man City. I'm
Oh,
going to call it a
anyways.
trip. I'm calling it a trip up.
It's not a
'cause
trip up. I still think the league is weak, the weakest we've ever seen. I think the big
It
teams
is.
are not as strong as they have been, and I think that has to do with probably compact schedules. And if you don't have a big, long depth chart, you're going to get beat up a bit.
Yep.
I think
And-
Nottingham Forest are riding the momentum too.
Well, they've been riding the momentum. They've been playing very well. They've come
Under-
together. But City have underperformed greatly and a lot of injuries as well.
And before all you Premier League
Snobs.
snobs start
one of them.
throwing apples at me,
Always,
understand
all of us.
what I'm saying. I'm saying Nottingham Forest coming into the season did not have a top 3, top 4 squad. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Please
Sure.
point to me the expert analysis, the person who said Nottingham Forest top 4 based on their squad.
Yeah.
No.
Who made that bet?
They're mid-table at best. Now, however, someone smart in this room did say they made a lot of quiet moves and didn't think they were.
You did.
But I didn't think they were going to be top 4.
We didn't think they were going to be top 4.
Listen,
That's my
did people
point.
think Leicester City was going to win the EPL that year? No.
No.
But it happens every once in a while
I
where
also have a
blind
theory-
squirrel finds a nut, as they say.
No, I have
Yeah.
a theory on that one that nobody talks about.
That is, now we are unpacking
Yeah.
years old things.
Yeah, it's too
You have
old.
a theory on why Leicester City won that year?
It's a sound theory.
All right, hold on. Can you explain it in less than 10 seconds?
I got 10 seconds.
Do it.
Time me. So that year was the Brazilian World Cup, one of the hardest World Cups were based on travel, heat, humidity, and playing. The squads that had many players participating in that World Cup on a shortened schedule because most of them didn't come back in time, came back fatigued and tired and beat up from that tournament. Leicester City, who did not have players that were participating in the World Cup, actually had players coming in fresh and was able then to nick points away from the top dogs, therefore achieving
Interesting
success.
theory.
It's
Interesting
possible.
theory. I like it. I need to look more into it.
But I'm just saying,
that was-
I'm
was
sorry.
9 years
I don't
ago.
know what I'm talking about.
I know, right?
Don't know what to tell
That
you.
sounded intelligent, didn't it?
It did.
Semi.
But anyways,
That's
Semi.
there are teams that fight.
What
Listen,
am I drinking here, Brooks?
matcha.
That's the.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
Pablo,
Bright-
Pablo
Hey,
loves that
Pablo
stuff.
knows
This
that.
is
Pablo loves that
Yeah, I
stuff.
drank it right in front of him, and you know what I called it? I called it mate
Oh.
from Middlesbrough.
Oh, good.
It's
Lord.
American this up. NASCAR.
Hey, listen,
NASCAR
Brighton's in
burgers.
6th place, and I told you it was possible, so there you go.
F Brighton.
Sorry.
That's because they're
They're
one of
above
the
Villa.
teams I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Aston Villa Brentford. Brentford at home. Aston Villa facing Brentford. 1-0 Aston Villa. Should have been 2 or 3, but Villa just couldn't put the finishing touches on there. Rashford comes in at around the 65-minute mark. Thought he played well. Asensio left at home. Emi Martinez left at home. Backup goalkeeper Robin Olsen gets the clean sheet. By the way, that is Villa's 4th clean sheet of the season. Only 3 teams.
Olsen was good that game, by the way.
He was very
You're
good.
gonna need him when Martinez leaves for a real club.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Only
Man
3
United.
teams have had less clean sheets than Aston Villa this year.
Which 3?
The bottom 3. Villa just cannot keep clean sheets. They struggle. So finally,
Well, if you
able-
score more goals than people, you win.
Yeah,
Still, you
well,
still win.
1-0 win.
So wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
They've struggled to keep clean sheets this year.
Yeah. But the goalie has been
Why
outstanding.
are you getting so defensive?
Goalie's been outstanding.
You're going right to why? What?
Well, everybody thinks it's
Why
the
are you-
goalie's fault. It's the defense's
I feel like
fault.
you're getting a little
The back
defensive.
line. Yeah, it's
The
like
back
the
line's
yeah.
been.
It's like the Chicago Fire.
We've
except
had a
they're
lot
not
of
as bad.
injuries and ins and outs and new players. I will say the
I feel like you
player.
got real defensive there.
I mean,
Why are you
everybody,
getting so defensive?
because you question whether he's
I
a
didn't
good
question anything.
goalkeeper.
Did I say that? I think he.
I thought you were referring back to our discussion.
I just was asking a question.
Has he not won?
I was just asking.
Has he not won Best goalkeeper 2 years
I mean,
in a row?
you won a popularity contest, yeah.
Ah, okay.
2
years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, Messi won those popularity contests rapidly too.
You're questioning the Messi. Okay.
I mean, there are several years, like, I don't know, when you broke a goal-scoring record in a league that was standing for over 50 years, and somehow you didn't win it.
We really went down a rabbit hole on this one. Okay, we're coming back up. We're coming back up. All right, Aston Villa beat Brentford 1-0. Ollie Watkins with the goal. Morgan Rogers a minute later should have had a goal, but toenail offsides. Yeah. That new offside rule from Arsene Wenger gets in. That's miles onside. We're not there yet. VAR caught it offside.
Watkins had a few
ever so slightly. Watkins had a couple of opportunities. He should. I mean, goes one-on-one with the goalkeeper and floats it into the hands.
Yeah, well, he read that. He telegraphed that
one. The goalkeeper, I thought, did a phenomenal job. He comes out and then he stops, and it looks like he's going to get down and save, but he stands there. Really nice job by the goalkeeper. I thought Brentford did a nice job. They were organized, compact. They threw a lot of balls into the middle of the box.
They did. And they made Olsen work. He got to come off his line. The defenders to block shots and get in front of guys. I mean, it was a scramble there the last 20 minutes.
Villa did a really nice job of coming out blocking shots. Tyrone Mings and Ezri Konsa just phenomenal there.
Sure you like having him back, Mings, because that was his first game back.
Yeah, he was back for Club Bruges as well.
So first
he did really well. Yeah, so he's done very well. Here's the table as it sits right now. Liverpool, there you go. Congratulations. I mean, they are just running away with it. Game in hand for Arsenal on 28 points. Liverpool on 29, but 15 points ahead. Call it done. Well done, Liverpool. You are the champions. Arsenal is second, as we said. Nottingham Forest in third on 51 points. They are just absolutely cruising there.
Do they catch Arsenal?
No, they don't catch Arsenal.
Are you sure? They've kind of crapped the bed.
I don't think Arsenal are going to get caught. No, I don't think they'll give out that many points. Chelsea with a win today over Leicester City, 1-0. Cole Palmer missing a penalty. They get the win. Chelsea, they get 3 points. They're up on 49 points to fourth, officially passing Manchester City, who are on 47. Villa, with their win, did get up to fifth as of yesterday, but after the teams won today, they dropped to seventh and on 45 points, 4 points out of fourth spot.
Plus, you got to look at the games, too. They have 29 versus Chelsea, City, Brighton. Bournemouth, so it's Newcastle, who only has 27, and Fulham. A lot of these games have a team in hand. Here's a question for you.
Yes, sir.
In the three top competitions, technically, and the Premier League is actually, I'm saying that's a competition not for you to win it, but to break into a Champions League spot. Which one do you prioritize?
I want to finish. I want to finish in the top five of the Premiership.
Do you sacrifice the Champions League in order to do that?
I don't think they will. Villa have been prioritizing Champions League. They have.
Is that dangerous considering you look at the schedule that is upcoming?
Yes, but I also think Villa have looked ahead and said most likely the first top. It's normally top four in England. This year it's looking like top five is going to go through to Champions League for next year.
And then six gets the Europa.
And sixth and seventh get Europa.
Oh, Brighton may go back to Europa.
Eighth will get conference Europa Conference. So 5 out of the last 7 years, England have had the extra spot for Champions League. Last year they lost out to Germany. This year with Villa in it, actually Manchester United in Europa and doing well, Arsenal doing well, Liverpool doing well. English teams progressing like they are.
It's going to really come down to the wire and who goes forward out of this Champions League block. Because if Liverpool, and not to say that they will, they're winning by one game.
Yes, we'll talk about that PSG game.
PSG could come back. It's still there. I think Arsenal or Villa go forward. Arsenal go forward, obviously. So then you're down to 2. Then it's really just going to boil down to what happens down the stretch, right?
I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. What happens on the stretch? But I really think Villa are banking on that 5th spot coming to an English club for the Champions League. All right, speaking of Champions League, we're going to get to that right after this.
All right, Brooks, we're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just going to do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
Club America. Ooh, wow, that's not MLS. Ooh.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin, you know that.
Huh?
A mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Craig, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, Champions League games did happen this past week. Some games we're going to highlight real quick. Obviously, Liverpool and PSG. Liverpool went to PSG. The stats on this game are absolutely crazy. It's being called the theft of the century. Liverpool sat back and PSG just had their way with possession and shots. Alisson Becker was the man of the match with some of the saves he had in this game. It was absolutely crazy. I think there were 24, 25 shots that PSG had. One or two marginally offside. They went in the back of the net, but it was marginally called back because of marginal offsides. And then occasionally Liverpool would go on a break and have like a couple of seconds of possession, and PSG just turned it around and said, nope, sorry about that. We're coming back. Kvaratskhelia, my most favorite player in the last year, was phenomenal, but he could not help his PSG team to victory. Liverpool, Harvey Elliott comes in the 85th minute with his first touch of the match, puts it past Donnarumma, and 1-0 to Liverpool, and they walk out of the Paris Parc des Princes, the Paris Stadium, 1-0 winners. Absolutely phenomenal smash and grab from Liverpool. Now, I think coming back to Anfield, this game, the second leg coming back this week, I think you've pissed off PSG. I think you've pissed them off, and I think it's going to be a hurting. I can see a 3 or 4-0 win for PSG at this point. I don't think Liverpool, especially having today or this weekend, having to face Southampton and go down 1-0. I think Liverpool have used a lot of energy this weekend and in that game defending and getting that 1-0 win against PSG. I don't see Liverpool winning this tie.
Well, this is where we see how good Arne Slot is.
Yeah,
right?
No, I agree.
And this is what I was talking about. We're down the stretch. Let's see what he puts together.
Bless you. Yeah, no, I think this is where he needs to show his mettle, and really needs to show this is how I can get my team ready and amped up.
And I know we make fun of PSG all the time
for being in League One, McDonald's League One,
and they can't help it. But you look at their squad, and their squad is good. They have a good squad. They have players on there that easily could be playing for many top clubs around the world.
Would the ironic thing be this year that PSG go on to win the Champions League a couple of years after getting rid of Neymar, getting rid of Messi, and just cleaning house with a couple of players?
No, because there's a team that will beat them.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, I know so.
Aston Villa.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. We're on the same page. We're on the same
I'm sorry.
wavelength.
I blacked out for a minute because I stopped breathing.
Yeah.
No. Did you say Real Madrid, right?
No.
Oh.
Now, all right, hold on. That Real Madrid PSG game, if that happens.
Again.
I mean, we are looking at two of the best teams in the world playing some of the best football in the world. That game could garner 1 billion views if it happens. And what a game it could be.
The other thing is I'm sorry, and I know Munich didn't have that great of a game over the week, and I'll explain why.
Yeah.
But they're now in, hey, we pretty much got the league.
League's wrapped up.
We're going to rest our guys during the league, and we're prioritizing the Champions League. And that's literally what they did, and likely why they didn't win for the most part. They had Kane on the bench and then coming in. So that's versus Kane starting, Musiala, Olsey, and Koeman starting. Those guys were not playing.
And this is where it comes down to the business end of the season where you have to prioritize, like Aston Villa did this weekend. Emi Martinez stayed at home. Asensio stayed at home. They brought a couple of guys off the bench only when they needed to, right? This is when it happens.
And Munich smacked
Munich.
Leverkusen.
Smacked
Second,
Leverkusen.
yeah. Second division, second place team in the league.
They started
very good.
prioritizing. Yep.
They walked in,
Yep.
smacked them like they haven't, and they didn't do that a week and a half ago when they were playing them at home.
Right.
So it just shows you the difference. They're in. We want all the medals gear now, and we look at the league as you're not catching me there unless I lose every game somehow magically from here to Timbuktu.
Right.
They're doing it for Harry Kane.
Yeah, they're doing very Kane.
Yes.
Oh,
We
he's
need
already
you to
got-
feel like a winner.
Yeah, he's gonna when he lifts that Bundesliga trophy. Talking about smacking Arsenal 7-1 over PSV. That's not a scoreline you see very often in Champions League, especially in knockout rounds. 7-1 Arsenal over PSV. I think the Arsenal will prioritize the second leg and just say, hey, we're good. I don't care if we lose 1-0 or 2-0. Let's just make sure we come out without any injuries.
No offense to PSV, that's great for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Let me know when you do it against a real team.
Okay. Yeah.
They beat Juventus the last round.
They did.
The Dutch teams are always good for one good upset or something. You know what I
This is
mean?
true. They've had it. Now it's
Yeah.
all downhill from there.
Yeah.
All right. The other game we'll talk about is Aston Villa versus Club Brugge.
I think there's a stark difference between PSV Eindhoven and Madrid or Munich or Villa.
Well, you could say that for Juventus,
Or-
couldn't you?
Any Premiership team at this point is going to probably dominate PSV.
Yes, I would say at this round.
At this point, I think any team in the Premiership. All right. Other
I know
game.
you love the fairy tale story,
Yeah. Everybody does.
but this is what we call a thing. The word reality. You know, when you're
I don't
like,
believe in that.
You're like,
What does that mean?
City is gonna get fined and blah blah. Not gonna happen.
No.
The underdog's gonna pull through.
No.
No, it's not.
It happens every once in a while.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Leicester City.
Nah, that was a circumstance of
The miracle on ice.
schedule.
All right,
Actually, the
all
miracle
right.
on ice wasn't even.
All right. We're going to move
Not
on.
Disney.
We're moving on.
All right, moving on.
Last game, real quick. Club Brugge
The Mighty Ducks.
versus Aston Villa. Club Brugge at home to Aston Villa. Aston Villa 3-1 winners. This game was not 3-1 close. This one actually should have been 3-3. Club Brugge just did not have their shooting boots on. I mean, they were absolutely terrible. 12 yards from goal. Pretty much all you had to do was put it on goal, and it could have been the back of the net. Luckily for Villa, they soared those over. Now it comes back to Villa Park, where Villa are really, really hard to beat with a 2-goal aggregate lead. So I think Villa shut up shop, and I think this is a 1-0 or a 1-1 game, and Villa walk off and call it a day.
All I want
Move on
to
to
know
the next
is.
round.
All I want to know is Villa ready to buy Marcus Rashford yet?
Yes, we are, because
Fantastic.
he was playing very well. He's playing very well for us. I'm happy.
He was okay yesterday.
I'm happy.
Okay.
He worked hard, and that's the beginning.
He did actually
that's
get
the beginning
He
of
did
good
actually get
things
stuck.
coming.
He did actually get stuck in and
Worked hard.
defend.
That's the beginning.
I
of
will
good
say
things
that.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you sign that check like right now?
I'm gonna wait till the end of the season.
No, he works hard.
Gonna wait till the end
No.
of the season. Just
Come on.
His
Come on.
attitude's changed right now.
All right, we got a lot to
Yeah.
get to here, boys. We got a lot to get to. All right, we're going to talk about some Bundesliga. We're going to talk USL. I'm wearing Detroit City jersey for a reason. Brooks is going to tell us his 23 players that he would take on the for the U.S. men's national team in the break coming up. We got a couple little news pieces, and then who has the most punchable face in soccer? We're going to get to all that right after this.
Change tempo, yes, drop out, good. Yes, touch play, right foot, yes. Scan, good. Touch in, play, drop your hip, right, yes, good scan. Yes. Jay, well done. Good side on touch. Play, see it, yes.
Okay, lots to get to here. We're going to talk about Bundesliga. We're going to talk about MLS, USL, US men's national team. Then we got some fun news pieces and some other pieces. Nate, my friend, it is time for the Bundesliga chat time.
It's a bonus. It's a Bundesliga chat time. It's a bonus. It's the Bundesliga chat time. It's the Bundesliga chat time with Craig and Brooks. God, I can't wait for them to steal that song.
Let's do it.
It's going to suck.
I should record it one time.
It's going to be great.
You should just record it and play it.
So they're going to throw a European snazzy beat drop on it. You know, that's what they,
You could be a mashup.
It should be.
Mashup.
All right, what do we got for Bundesliga?
A whole bunch of teams lost.
Yeah.
Everyone sucks. League's on fire. Go home. Mainz is third. Dogs and cats are getting along. Nobody understands what's happening.
Is that
Back to you, Craig?
the first time in history that is it Munich, Leipzig, and Dortmund?
Yeah, all the top teams lost and didn't.
Incredible.
No one in the top half gathered any points. So, except for Mainz, which sprung them to third. So Mainz beat Gladbach. No Americans played, actually, by the way. Well, Leonard Maloney got in for Mainz for
Can we count 3 minutes of playing?
We'll count 3 minutes.
Oh, I don't know if we should. I don't know if we should.
Scully was out for Gladbach. Several players. Gio's Gio.
Tolkien's hurt, isn't he?
Tolkien's hurt. So we went from
Fredis is coming back for Bremen, but he's not
still
there
injured.
yet.
Yeah, we went literally from having 7 players 2 weeks ago to
So you're telling me people like Tom Bogert and what's the other guy who does all the U.S. men's national team overseas? We interviewed him last year.
Brian Sierretta.
Sierretta. They had pretty much the week off.
Well, I mean, there's other Americans playing in other leagues.
No one cares about the other.
No one cares about the other.
Brooks. What if we?
Wait, what do you mean? There's Italy. There's a bunch of them in Italy.
No.
Pulisic and Eunice and.
I'm sorry, Brooks. Does Italy have a catchy tune? Let's try that real quick. It's the Serie A chat time. It doesn't work. There's too many. You can't do it. Okay.
It's
All right.
pasta. It's Italy. It's a da 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 da. Yeah. That's
Wow, that's Mario. That's pretty racist, by the way.
HR is going to be calling your desk tomorrow, sir.
We have an HR department.
We do.
Oh man.
Ooh,
It's a hamster on a wheel. Anyways, so yeah, Leverkusen, they had a moment. They could have jumped. And then Werder Bremen beat them 0-2. Good job, boys. Munich went out ahead, scored 2 goals. And then Bochum was like, ha-ha, and then put in 3.
I saw that. I was like, Bochum? Bottom
on,
of the
though.
table? Bochum?
But hold on. Has this happened in the past? And the answer is yes. If you go to the last 5 meetings against them, back from 2022, Bochum won 4-2, then lost 0-7 in August of 2022.
Wow.
In February 2023, lost 3-0, lost 7-0 in 2023, but then won in 2024, 3-2.
Nate,
And then got beat in October 20.
We call
So it's
this
feast or famine.
We call this a bogey team. Every good team has this crack team that they always, and for Villa, it's Man United. They always beat us. It's crazy.
Because they went out, Guerrero scored 2 phenomenal goals, 14th minute, 28th minute, and then all of a sudden they just kind of started coming back based off of the Modric set piece goal to lead it out. Big center back striking it in. And like I said, there was a lot of guys out.
Prioritizing.
They also got a red card. Yeah, they're managing. Eric Dyer's your starting center back for this game, right? You got Sane, Gnabry, and Mueller as your starting forward. That's not the team that was playing, earlier in the week in the Champions League.
Right.
So they're smartly cycling these guys out and prioritizing at this point the Champions League, because if you look, they're so far ahead with so little games left that it would really take a really big slip up in order to get there.
We putting up the table? You want me to put that table up?
Yeah, Mainz is sitting third, which is
buddy.
good on for Mainz. Almost got relegated last year.
Yep.
With Frankfurt sitting fourth, they've kind of dropped off since Omar Mamouche got
left
away.
and went to City.
I mean, they sold him for $65 million. That's what they do, And then, Dortmund can't manage a win even with Niko Kovac. They did all right in the Champions League, but league-wise, they struggle like hell. Augsburg beat them, and Augsburg should not be beating Dortmund.
The crazy thing, Dortmund are in 10th, and they're only 6 points out of 4th.
Yeah, so it's still always tight. Always tight. Stuttgart had a draw. It was an unfortunate draw. They also got a red card, too. He was playing 10 men down. But their 2-2 draw kind of keeps them right where they need to be in order to get into the Europa.
I was about to say another win, and they'll be in the Europa spots. Is where you're
all we
hoping
want.
to see them.
It's all we want.
That's what you're hoping for.
Aim for mediocrity. That's what we do here at Stuttgart. Just, we got to, and they're still in the Pokal too, so they still got a lot to play for. And to be honest with you, it's been a long time since they won a trophy. I'd prioritize the Pokal a little bit over than raising the League. So they Holstein Kiel tied them up 2-2. St. Pauli actually pulled off a tie, and really that's it. Union Berlin upset Frankfurt. Upset them like they were upset.
Oh, crying. Upset?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But it was a solid game for Union, who's struggling towards the bottom there, and they needed that. Same with St. Pauli. They needed that. Bochum needed that, too, to kind of stay relevant, and in that hunt to hopefully not drop down. And there you go.
Yeah.
That's the table for the most part.
It's incredible. I mean, pretty much history made by Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and BVB all being defeated this weekend and but prioritizing, as you said, Nate. All right, moving on. Brooks, we've got some MLS to talk about, my friend. Got some MLS to talk about. What do we got? What do we got on tap for Major League Soccer these days?
Yeah, just a few matches. So we'll start off with the Seattle LAFC match. Seattle beating LAFC 5-2 on it was Saturday night Saturday night it was. Congratulations to Jordan Morris. He is now the all-time leading goal scorer in Sounders history. He had his 87th goal against LAFC, which passes his former teammate Raul Ruidiaz, who had 86. So
lame. He should have went to Germany.
Yeah.
Is
that Werder Bremen at the beginning? He was at there right before he went
he
to
turned
Seattle.
down to stay at Seattle. Lame.
Seattle, yeah.
So challenge yourself in Germany.
Yeah.
Think of what that could have did for your career.
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know either, actually.
But yeah, Paul Rothrock hitting a banger from distance against LFC as well. The former Georgetown winger, former Seattle Sounder Academy player as well. So great stuff for him. So that was a big win for Seattle. A couple other games. Philly Union starting their season off 3-0, beating going in New England, beating them 2-0. Struggling New England Revs team. And Caleb Porter, things don't seem to be going very well.
On the hot seat there, Mr. Porter.
Well, he's only been there for a year, but if things don't go well in the locker room and he loses the locker room with that team, because he's pretty much brought in his old players. He coached at Portland at one point, and probably a few he coached at Columbus. And it's just that if the locker room's divided, nothing's going to work. And, yeah, so it's not going to go well there. Chicago Fire beating FC Dallas 3-1. Chris Brady coming up with a lot of big saves in that match. Chicago Fire taking care of business and finishing off in the end as well. So a good win for them. San Diego beating RSL 3-1. So much for them possibly win the one spoon. I mean, obviously the season is a long ways away.
Long way to go. 3 games in, right?
Yes. Yep. And then finally, we'll just kind of close it out here. Last 2 matches here. Vancouver beating Montreal 2-0. Vancouver has started off very, very well this season. They're doing well in CONCACAF Champions Cup. They opened up with they smacked the Portland Timbers 5-1 on opening day. And listen, I thought of the Canadian teams, I thought Montreal, because they had made a lot of interesting acquisitions, they would have, started off a lot better. But quietly, Vancouver, with Jaden Nelson, Brian White, and Ryan Gould up there in the front 3, then a solid back line. It was good. 4th overall draft pick, Tate Johnson, left back from UNC, getting his first start and first goal for Vancouver Whitecaps.
Nice.
A nice cross and finish in the box. So good for there. And then the final, we'll just finish up here with Miami. No Messi today on the bench.
He's resting up again?
Yep, resting up. But a 1-0 win against a good Charlotte team. Charlotte had the ball a lot. Good goal though. Started the second half. Good ball over the top, kept the ball, flicked it back to Suarez. Suarez played it into his teammate off the chest, down and in.
Nice.
After they honestly got a red card at the end of the first half with a stupid play from the goalkeeper. So they were playing with 10 men the whole entire second half, but they defended well. It was a struggle for Zaha to get much done. I think they need to adjust that with Tim Ream. I think they need to move him back into the left center back spot and get someone that can help Zaha and get around him and overlap, because he's got to have some help because they close down every time he drives inside. There's no shot available. He's got to play other people, and I mean, listen, it's going to take some time, right?
Yep.
They've got to get used to when he's driving inside, the movement off the ball, and because he can slip guys through. He's done it in the EPL before and playing overseas. So. And then St. Louis City with the big 3-0 win tonight against the LA Galaxy, who are struggling a bit here. So,
Early days for MLS, but lots going on, and we already see Messi being rested for the run-in. Hopefully they don't have what happened last year, where he was just overused and big.
I think they want
muscle
Champions
and ankle
Cup
injuries.
I think they want to win Champions Cup, and I think that's why they're resting him a lot.
I think they want to win Champions Cup, but I also think they want to win the league. They want to make sure everybody knows they're the best team in the league
and win the MLS Cup playoffs for sure.
Yep, absolutely. All right, another league that kicked off this weekend, USL Championship. Our Detroit City FC was playing down against Miami FC. 2-0 winners, Michael Bryant and Connor Rutz with the goals. 2-0 Detroit City. A very professional game, in my opinion, from Detroit City. Go up by a goal. Miami FC then picked up a red card. They go down a man, and Detroit City pretty much put it into, hey, we're going to hold the ball, lock down, limit the amount of chances and opportunities that Miami FC get. We're going to take our chances when we get them, but just hold your horses and keep compact. Win out 2-0, get a goal in the later dying minutes of the game. I think it was the 85th minute from Connor Rutz, but a really nice professional win from Danny Dicchio and Detroit City FC. Nate.
First, huge shout out to the Craig making the DCFC player thingy-mabobber that I saw on TV.
Records.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Number 2, as someone who made that, how do you not have the new jersey that looks like the Villa jersey?
I know.
How do you not have that?
I haven't gone to pick it up yet. I know. I like to go to the game.
I feel like they should have sent you one.
I'm not that special. They did send me this one for free, but it was like 2 years ago now.
Yeah, but the Villa one. I mean, It
is very Villa-like, isn't it?
Very Villa-like?
Yeah, they copied it maybe. Are you guys fans of the goalie jerseys they have this year? They modeled the 2 goalie jerseys after the Pistons, the 94
and the Lions.
Pistons, and then the Lions jersey, right?
Well, it's the old school, the turquoise.
Yeah, that was like in 94, 95 when they had that, I think.
That was a few years they had in the 90s. But yeah, I like it. It's a good tribute to the sports teams, and it's different, right? I think that you kind of got to sell jerseys, right? And you got to be a little different, just kind of like what Ford Madison do with their cool jerseys.
I didn't notice it till they pointed it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would have. Maybe the color I might have noticed. Agreed.
So, I mean, they're nice. It's fine, whatever, but I really didn't notice it until they should have really made they should have made the goalie jersey just a basketball jersey. Okay, then that would have highlighted
just
that.
With the tank top type style.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they did the football one, make it actually like a football one.
Football jersey.
And that would have
I might have done it. They might have sold some then.
I don't think there's rules against it.
I don't think so.
Goalies need to wear sleeves?
No, but you guys wear an undershirt anyways. You can wear a long
No
sleeve.
undershirt, Brooks. That's weird.
There was Cameroon.
It's not weird.
Cameroon 2 or 3 World Cups ago had a jersey very similar. They didn't have any sleeves. It was cut off. The sleeves are cut off. Yeah, so it's definitely allowed.
Hear me out, DCFC. I think your next line of away alternates. Hear me out. Us men need to take back a look that's been gone since the 80s.
Oh, God. Where's this going?
Crop tops.
What?
Crop tops.
Oh, Jesus.
Where the midriff is kind of cut off.
Oh, my
Do you think they sell a lot of those to the fans?
We need to take it back as men. We had it in the 80s, and then we
he's
let it go away. But here's the thing. It's functional.
Him and his action movies.
It's functional because you're got more like air exposed, so you're not going to sweat as much. Okay.
Oh, so it's like when people cut holes in their
It's going
socks.
to be lighter.
It's less stress on your calves.
It's going to be lighter.
Yeah.
It's going to be fashionable. You're bringing it back. Call it the 80s retro look.
And you know the DCFC folks love that.
They love it.
They love that.
You'll sell so many crop tops.
Can we make it 80s colors?
Put the word recycling in there as well.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think you're onto something, Nate. I think you're onto something. Detroit City FC, let's go. Marketing department.
You guys can use that idea. That's a free one.
Can we make it 80s colors too?
Yes.
Like our logo, the pink and the green.
Well, whatever. Just like what our
80s
80s colors are popular in the 80s.
I think that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would like to know if people online would buy that. If
Everyone
anybody's watching, would you buy a crop top, Detroit City FC crop top jersey?
Would rock a crop top.
Oh, my God.
He would be out there. Scott Emmert would rock a crop top. He would be out there with a crop top. So many people would be crop topping like it's 1988.
I like the idea, Nate. Well,
let's crop top, baby. Bring it back, man.
That was before I was born.
Yeah.
Shut up, Brooks.
All right. Well, Detroit City FC did get the job done. 2-0 winners. We're going to be following along with them all season and be out at some games. Hopefully, you guys will be too. All right. So
Wait, one more thing.
What?
Well, just one other USL announcement.
Oh, the
Yes.
USL announcement, right?
Yeah. There's one other thing quickly here. So
you go ahead if you want to do it.
so the U.S. Open Cup is upon us. Just so everyone knows, it's coming up in the next couple weeks. This is when the amateur sides and like the MLS Next Pro and League One sides play and everything. So as we know, the powerhouse Des Moines Menace of USL 2, formerly PDL, are in the Open Cup. They play Sporting Kansas City 2 on Wednesday, March 19th at 7:30 p.m. Last year, they assembled a team with a bunch of former big-time pro guys like Question, De La Garza. There are a bunch of other guys that joined. This year, they are doing the same exact thing, and they are bringing in Victor Uola, Sasha Question again, Mr. Dax McCarty's going to be on the team.
Oh, good Lord.
Ozzy Alonso, Benny Failhaber, Bradley Wright Phillips.
Oh, wow.
Matt Hedges, and our very own Michigan guy, Justin Miram.
Wow.
So let's see how far they can take the Des Moines Menace. They won the first round match and they lost in the second round. Let's see how far they can go with this team.
They're not going to win it all, by the way, but they'll get a couple of rounds in.
Where's Des Moines?
It's in Iowa.
Oh, neat.
Middle of the
Yeah.
All right.
God's
moving on. All right, Brooks, you're going to tell us who you think. You're going to do it quickly. Predictions for the players that will be rostered for the U.S. men's national team match against Panama. I'm going to put up the graphic, Brooks. You can read the names and give us a couple of examples of why you think this is the team that should be picked. If I can actually scroll down and get this here. All right, you ready? There you go, buddy.
Yep, there you go. So the three goalkeepers, Matt Freese of New York City FC, Matt Turner of Crystal Palace, and Patrick Schulte. Those are the three I have. I think Matt Turner will get the game against Panama. He'll start. But I think the other two are probably one of the more realistic guys as they get consistent minutes for their club. The other guys on the 60-man list were like, they're spot starters, they're hurt, so it doesn't make sense to bring the other goalkeepers. Defenders, Walker Zimmerman, Jackson Reagan for the Seattle Sounders, who wanted to get called in to the January camp, but Seattle would not let him go. I think he would be a good one to bring in because he's done really well for Seattle. He's kind of a Walker Zimmerman-esque type of guy.
Sure. Yep.
Austin Trusty, I think, deserves it. He's been playing well for Celtic. He's been starting. Chris Richards, Joe Scally, Anthony Robinson, Dwan Jones, and John Tolkien, if Tolkien is healthy in time. If not, we'll have to replace him, obviously.
Yep.
Midfielders, Diego Luna, who's been doing really well for RSL. Jack McGlynn, ever since his move from Philly to Houston, has been doing well for Houston. He was in the last January camp. He did very well there as well. Aiden Morris, I think it's time to bring him back in if Middlesbrough is going to allow to release him for this. I think it'd be good for him to work with Pochettino.
Don't think they will release him.
Probably not.
But good luck.
Probably not. I'm guessing, I'd like to see Tyler Adams in there if Bournemouth would release him as well.
Not going to happen. He's starting and playing well. He had a great assist today on Evan Nielsen's last goal.
You don't know, Craig. You don't know. You don't know.
Do you want to make a bet?
You don't know.
Bournemouth are playing well, and he's starting and finally playing well.
It ain't happening. Anyways, Brendan Aronson for Leeds. I think it's time to bring him back in and work with Pochettino as well. Tanner Tessman's been playing well in League One for Lyon. And then Weston McKennie. And then forwards, Jesus Ferreira, Christian Pulisic, Tim Weah, Brian White, who's done exceptionally well for the Vancouver Whitecaps, and then Alex Zendejas, who seemed to play pretty well in the January camp under Pochettino, and Pochettino seems to like him. It's a different type of winger.
Brooks, when does the official roster get announced?
It's probably sometime. The March 20th is the game against Panama, so it's probably coming for the next week or so.
I'd say it's probably in the next 3 or 4 days here, is my guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that. I like your list. 1 or 2, I don't think we'll have him.
Diego Luna, right?
He did.
Yep, I do. Yep, Diego Luna,
Yep.
I think he's the new, what was it, Dread guy that
Beckerman?
Yeah, he's basically the Beckerman of the
Kyle Beckerman?
Just with like with a bunch of tattoos and different hair.
No. What I mean by that is
The gritty guy.
the player that the manager really, really likes and is calling in no matter what.
Possibly.
And that's what the Beckerman was. It was like he wasn't anything flashy or special.
Yeah.
But he did the job and did the job well and hard.
It's a good
Sure, yeah. He plays both sides of the ball.
Sure, I like the comparison.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Brooks. Moving on. Couple of fun pieces here, couple of pieces of news, then we're going to do the who has the most punchable face in soccer. All right, fellas. Olympic Lyon manager Paulo Fonseca has been handed a 9-month ban for angrily confronting the referee. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, absolutely, he could be banned for longer than that. And then I really watched it again, and I'm going to show you the video. And is this deserving of a 9-month ban? Also, he can't be on game days, like in the corridors of the stadium or before the games, meeting with the players. Is this worthy of a 9-month ban? As you can see, he just gets right up into the referee's face. He doesn't touch the referee, but he lets everybody know that he is angry. Is that worthy of a 9-month ban? Like, that... Listen, referee abuse has got to stop. I absolutely get it. You can't really... I would have been okay with a 2 or 3 month ban. I would have been okay with that. 4 months, I could have lived with that. 9 months, an almost solid year ban for that.
Is the French league and they're very sensitive there.
Yeah, I just, it's an interesting one. I don't know. I don't know if it's worthy of it.
Not 9 months.
I like referees. We need them in our game. They shouldn't have to deal with stuff like that.
What did he say to him? Did they say?
I don't think they even really know. No, I mean, could have just make something really bad up.
I mean, if you punched him 9 months, or your job's gone pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and it's assault, but yes.
Yeah.
Let's not be sports. Let's get sports out of it.
Sure.
You do that to anyone at your job, what's going to happen?
I'm fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do that on like a street, like in a bar, probably going to get thrown out, right?
Yeah, you probably get thrown out of the bar.
Some could actually file assault charges if they feel,
I mean, there wasn't really any...
no, but if you invade someone's space in that nature, there's a threat. You could actually have...
If you feel threatened.
Yeah, you could have, restraining orders and stuff like that. Yeah. So why is... It's funny. Why is sports somehow different from the regular working world? I get the athletes. I understand that. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
That's a coach. That's a ref. They're in a working environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point.
Why is that acceptable in a working environment when it comes to sports, non-athlete?
I don't think it's acceptable, but I do think punishment needs to be handed down. I mean, he could be. He could be.
I guess he could.
Leon have considering it because he really can't do much on game days.
But that would be a first, right?
What do you mean a first?
That would be a first of that nature.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What we just described is common sense that not one of you guys are like, oh, well, I've never thought about that. I guess I can't do that at work. No, it's common sense. You can't do it at work.
Yeah.
And I get it. But I would have to propose this question to everyone. And again, I'm not talking about an athlete. That's different. You're actually playing. There's adrenaline. There's things going on. As a coach, you're not playing. So why would that be acceptable? Okay, let me ask a question to this one. If he did that to a member of his staff, or a member of his staff did that to him, would the member of his staff be fired?
Probably.
If so
probably
you can go up and down here, even within the same realm.
Right.
So why is a referee different?
They're not.
Well, we have heard of players getting each other's faces and punch ups at practice.
That's a player,
right?
I'm talking about a coach. That's not a player. You have a different role and responsibility there.
All I'm saying is, I get it. I 100% get it. All I'm saying is 9 months seems a little long. Just a little excessive.
Is it?
But maybe they're just setting the standard.
To me, and I'm not, it's just I'm proposing a question, right? To me, It's the question of, has the sport gone too sensitive? I would just ask, can you do that in any work environment?
No.
So
work environment.
is 9 months shorter than forever? Because you just said you'd be fired.
Yeah.
Sure.
And fired's forever.
And fired's forever.
Yes.
Fired lasts a little bit longer than 9 months sometimes.
Yes.
I would like to know if people online watching think that is worthy of 9 months. In a work environment, probably needs to be fired and gone. See you later. But in the athletic world, it's a little different. Give me your thoughts on there.
And again, so he's fired up. But why are you in the guy's face like that?
Right. Well, there's no need to get that close.
Why
right?
are you
Stay a
that
foot away
close?
And do it. Yeah.
Because I could tell you, and this is probably why I don't ref, I would probably blast him in the face.
Yeah.
And
I think most of us
And I'm not
would.
trying to talk like look at me, I'm gonna fight. No. If someone comes up to you aggressively in that manner, my reaction is just like get him out of there, right? Like, I don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how he's coming in. He's coming in hot.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to wait to get hit. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, at a certain point, you're getting into an area of you're in an area of threat, and I'm going to respond accordingly.
Sure. No, I get it. All right, we're moving on. All right, a Washington Spirit defeated the Orlando Pride 4-2 on penalties at the start of the NWSL season, the Challenge Cup as it's called. So Chloe Ricketts, friend of our show, and Next Level Training friend and trainee. Yes, Chloe Ricketts. Chloe Ricketts played very well. Her team won 4-2, so congratulations to Chloe. Big win there. Serginho Dest has returned for PSV from or after his ACL tear. So he's back on the field and playing. Good to see him there. Yep. Hopefully he can progress and get better. Speaking of U.S. men's national team players, Christian Pulisic scored 2 goals in AC Milan's win over Lecce this weekend. A very important win for AC Milan. With that win, they now climb into 9th position in the Serie A table. AC Milan are having a struggle.
Well, the thing I don't get, and I
bus
just want to make one comment. The thing I don't understand is he has carried your team the whole year, and you've made all these acquisitions. Like I think João Felix is honestly is a waste of space. Like, he doesn't do anything.
Sure.
He doesn't do anything except for maybe when he plays for the Portugal national team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those dudes that he's only good for the national team. He isn't, like, he's bounced around.
They've made some bad acquisitions.
You know what I mean? Like, and like they're playing him and he doesn't produce enough. Like, I mean, it was going well. Why'd you change it up? That's my question. Is when things were going well and you made the small acquisitions, like Kyle Walker was a good one. That one made sense. Because I've been watching more AC Milan.
Sure.
And like Leao playing is a good one, you know. But why did you bench your best player that was producing for you? That's where I don't get.
He did have a small ankle injury.
He did.
He did have a small ankle injury, so now he's back from that. But I can't answer.
It's the American nepotism still. We're like they won't.
Really?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think it is. Where even if like you were injured, they don't bring you back right away. You got to earn your spot again, and I think it's ridiculous.
Maybe. All right, Barcelona versus Osasuna. That game was suspended this weekend due to the team's doctor who passed away, unfortunately. So he went to lunch with the players. They all went back to their individual rooms, and he fell asleep and passed away. A lot of the players for Barcelona were shook up, and which is understood, obviously. And the game has been suspended, and we played at a later date. Some unfortunate news there. Also, some other news. TNT will air 24 of the 60-plus matches from the FIFA Club World Cup that's coming up this summer. Another money grab for FIFA. FIFA Club World Cup prize money will be at $1 billion.
Yes. And then split between a lot of
$1 billion. It's split between all the teams. All right. So that's a lot of the news we're talking about. Last thing on the docket for the week, friends. Who has the most punchable face in soccer? I used to think it was Bruno Fernandes. That was my guy. That was it. I wanted to punch him so bad. But then I watched.
That's really mean because he has a mouse-like face as it is.
I know.
Just give him a pass.
I like to say a rat-like face.
Wow, but still, you get the point.
He gets a pass.
Yeah.
But now I think I'm going to give him a pass. I think I'm going to make it Marc Cucurella. That guy with his hair and his antics and all this other crap I'm sorry.
Hey, he threw out his boots at halftime because he didn't like them.
He did. He has, for me, the most punchable face in soccer these days. Who would you punch if you could? Who has the most punchable face, you think? Who would, any names there, boys?
Toss up for me, João Felix or Neymar.
Yeah, you really don't like João Felix, do you?
I don't like Neymar either.
So,
I never have liked Neymar.
Yeah, Neymar's a couple of people don't like
what
him.
matter am I punching him?
Well, he's got a stupid-looking face,
Like,
and
am
you
I
just don't like
angry?
him.
Or is it like a celebrity boxing match? Am I doing this for charity?
No charity. You just don't like him.
I don't like him. Like, are we going like? I'm gonna have gloves, or am I gonna hurt the guy?
Hurt the guy.
Oh, okay. Gotta be honest.
Are you gonna say Emiliano Martinez?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't hate anyone. I don't.
Oh my God, Nate. Nate's all of a sudden turned into like a lover.
I don't. There's no.
Cincinnati has changed you.
Yeah, I love that city. So beautiful.
I'm shocked. I thought you would have had a good answer for this one.
I thought he would have had someone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm not the Cro-Magnon violent guy you're hoping for. Ooh, Nate, the guy who works out all the time, is going to go beat up some people. Yeah, yippity-skippity, he's always angry. Well, you know what, Brooks? I don't want to hit anyone. Is that okay? Huh?
No, it's
God
fine.
damn it.
But, like, I don't know. You usually left this kind of stuff to answer.
I'm not going to hit anyone.
Okay.
Except.
Except. All right, who else?
Tevez.
Oh, wait.
Carlos Tevez?
Carlos Tevez. I'm going back in a time machine, warping back to when right before he left Manchester United to go to Manchester City, and I'm punching him square in the face and saying, "You signed that damn contract." And then I hit him again. And I'm going to keep hitting him until he signs the contract. And one or two things are going to happen. Either he's going to dead, or
he'll change his mind.
Hold on. In this fictional reality of where I teleport back in time, obviously this doesn't exist. Or he's going to sign the contract, and United's going to win another Champions League. A or B will happen.
Okay, understood. See, I knew there was someone. I knew there was someone. And that's a good answer, by the way.
Also, there's this guy named Craig Hearn that plays forward. And that guy pisses me off like to no end. And if I just got in a room with him, like while he's getting his boots on, whack right in the head. I'd say, take that in your DCFC highlight ass.
I mean, that's a good answer, too.
Oh, did I also mention, Craig, that there's this guy named Brooks? He just won't shut up about lacrosse. He's like, lacrosse. And if I got him on the field, I'd accidentally oops, and hit him in the face as I ran by. Just like, ah! Yeah, flailing, and just crack him right in the face. But I'll say that. I don't want to hurt him. Hit him so hard that he never speaks of lacrosse again, and he's bloodied on the floor, Craig, with the vengeance of 1,000 warriors. But outside of that, no, wouldn't want to punch a single Aston Villa fan that thinks they're good at everything. Line them up one by one after another. Outside of that, and the English fans. Outside of that,
the Bayern fans?
We're all right.
What's wrong with the English fans?
What's wrong with the Bayern?
You know.
It's come.
Oh, my God. Every last one of you. Have you sing It's Coming Home, and my fist would be going through.
Oh, my word. Oh, I knew there was someone.
It's like my fist is coming over your face.
Yeah.
Outside of
all of that.
A large chunk of population,
Yeah. Don't need to hit anybody. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hit anyone. Why do you guys always think I'm violent and angry?
I don't know. Not really sure.
I don't know.
Silly.
I don't know. All right, that's going to wrap us up for the week. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. We very much appreciate it. Do us a favor. Give us a like. Give us a subscription, please. Give us a share if you could. It would mean a lot. And if you're listening on Apple iTunes, give us 5 stars. Big thank you to our partners. Big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all of your soccer gear needs. Big thank you to Next Level Training, Aaron, Dylan, Scotty, Summer, and the rest of the group. Thank you so much. They are the absolute best trainers in the country. Thank you to the Michigan Jags. They had another great weekend of soccer. My kids played. Nate took a Jags team down to Cincinnati and did phenomenal.
And had fun.
And that's what it's all about. Big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Appreciate all the love and support you give us. The doctor, Dr. Zachary Atwood. If you are injured and need to get back on the field, hit up the doctor, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Or if you want to do baseline testing, get to him. That is an awesome new thing he is doing as well. All right, that's going to wrap us up for the week, folks. Appreciate the love and support, and we will see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.